So now getting on the OCI thing, right? I'll first explain few things and let me tell something about myself also. So like we have been doing this training since very long, and this is not a kind of a training, it is a kind of a, what do you say, a deployment. So what we have done is um, we have decoupled a lot of, what do you say, enterprise projects and coupled into, I think many people are there who know me in this. They might be in the Exarita batch, they might be in another batch. So we have decoupled this whole course into the practical modules, right? Which will be, what do you say, which we have curated in a such a way that is required in the industry. So most of the people who do this training with us are going towards the job role, or I mean they are applying, and whatever labs we have. So everything is practically focused, right? So now just so what I'll do is I'll divide this session more of a orientation session, right? This is more of a orientation what I will take today, so that you can understand that why to learn OCI and what are things it can give you. Okay, so Sarthak, I think if you are more interested in my LinkedIn profile, you can drop off from this and you can join somewhere where the LinkedIn profile is there. Yeah. Okay. So now, so whatever we are doing here is actually practically oriented, industry aligned, right? And we have been doing this since many years. Now, guys, before I start, just type in the chat window that if you are a DBA and if you are coming from any other background, please type in from where, which background you are. Like if you are DBA, apps DBA, right? So then, I mean, I want a two-way conversation so that both of us are aligned, right? I know most of them are DBAs because we always check the profiles in the background. Okay, most of them are DBAs, apps DBAs, core DBAs. Perfect. Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. Right. So, Oracle DB, SQL DB, that's okay. That's okay. Oracle DB, SQL DB. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Tony. Yeah, Tony. I think you are from the Exarita batch, Tony, right? Just type in yes if you are the one who's from the Exarita batch. Okay. Yes, perfect, Tony. Welcome, Tony, on the OCI. Okay. So now see, today, I mean, we say that like why to learn the cloud or why to learn Oracle Cloud. So my again, many people ask this question. Many people are asking this question day in day out to us. The simple answer is you will learn any cloud. It is not that you only have to run the Oracle Cloud, right? But if you are from the Oracle DBA field and if you are from the SQL DBA, if you are aligned towards Oracle, Oracle Cloud is a much better option for you because today a lot of opportunities are there for the Oracle Cloud. That means Oracle Cloud is growing very fast, and lot of people, lot and lot of companies are hiring this skill set because now all the databases, all the applications what we were doing up till now is running on cloud. Everything is now running on cloud. Every customer is moving. It is not that one or two customer. Every customer is moving because they want the scale. If they don't get the scale, they will not. I mean, they will go nowhere, right? They cannot continue running their data centers, which is very costly for them. So you either learn it today, learn it tomorrow. The advantage is if you learn today, if you learn Oracle Cloud today, right? In that case, you will be way ahead than the other DBAs. And trust me on this, like this is coming from an experience of 15 plus years working with the customers for more than like upfrontly for more than like 5 to 6 years as a consultant directly on the ExaCC business model, right? So you have to project yourself because when you will do the trainings, you will understand that most of the things you see are automated. Now, people say patching, right? Patching is totally automated. And I'm just meanwhile logging to the OCI console and then you will understand. Just a minute. Now, the things are so much automated. If you go to the console, right? And we will be doing everything practically. And I'll just take 15 more minutes and then I will open up for the questions. Okay, for the Q&As. I mean, this is a two-way discussion. I want to understand where the problem is. I mean, what the problem is in learning and what do you think after learning, right? Now, if I go here, if you see, this is the tenancy, this is the live tenancy, this is the production grade tenancy what we run. And we will give you the close to an admin grade access to practice because you have to practice all these labs. And these all are the labs which are custom built. We have built these labs. Okay. So all of these are the custom built labs. Okay. So everything you will be performing. with the architecture. So you have to understand all these architectures, right? You have to understand all these architectures in which the network is very important. So now people say that that how do we do the patching in cloud? How do we do the what do you say upgrades in cloud? So bro, all those things are single click. You don't need to spend that much amount of time. Those are single click. Now, if I go to my compartment, I'll show you one database. I'll show you a simple scenario. Okay. Or maybe let me do one thing. Let me go to the database, AI database. Okay. So there's a fleet of databases. You see here, right? Fleet of databases are there. Now the people will say that I want to upgrade or I want to patch my database. It is so much single click that you just have to click and it will be updated. So now those tasks what you were doing rigorously up till now are now gone. So I have a free autonomous database. This is my free autonomous database, right? I'll just click on this guy. I will click this and it will be upgraded. This is a free database which I have provisioned. I'll just click on schedule upgrade and this will be upgraded from 19.6 to 26 AI. Correct? And everything is now running on the OCI because you have so much amount of database offerings. You see, so vast database offerings we have, right? So all these databases now customers are moving towards if you are running 10, I mean on-prem, right? And then you are moving here, then definitely it is an advantage for you because you are getting so much of flexibility. Customer doesn't have to maintain the data center. It is running in the cloud. So that is why most of the customers are automatically now running in the OCI environment. So now what is the role of the DBA? Because the patching is single click, the upgrade is single click, the backups are single click. Even if I go here and I want to take a backup, right? Backup. Okay. See, it is taking auto backup. Can you see this? Automatically it is taking the backups. Correct? You can just schedule your backups and it will take the backup. And here from here, I can simply restore this backup. I can simply restore this backup and I can create a new clone from this. Click, right? So now when these things are so much easy, okay, this is a free database, that is why it is not supporting. In the paid database, you can directly create a clone and directly you can just restore the backup. You can set where the backup should be taken, right? But now understand when the customer is moving here, you need to learn the whole infrastructure because you will be the guy who will be helping the customer to move. You are the person who will be helping the customer to move to the cloud and the customer is having, let's suppose 400 databases, right? If the customer is having 400 databases, how will we manage the 400 databases? Correct? So for that, you have to learn a lot of things. You have to learn the whole infrastructure because ultimately it is built on the infrastructure, right? Now, what to learn as a part of the infrastructure? That is this. 1 second. So you have to understand the complete stack, right? You have to understand how the subnets are created because in this you have VCNs, you have subnets, how you will designate your compartment. So let's suppose if I tell you that I want to create 50 databases or go and patch 50 databases. Will you, if you are a DBA, you will come back and say, I don't know how to check the databases from the compartments, right? How to select the compartment. There is a hierarchy of this compartment and this is the basic structure. Then the most complex part is the networking, right? How your networks will flow. And if you don't understand the networking, it will be a big problem for you because let's suppose if a customer is asking, I want to set up a network where I will provision 200 databases. Then you will say, I don't understand how the databases will ping each other. If I ask you from your on-premises to connect to the database, there are various methods for the connection. There are Bastion methods, there are another methods, and you will say that I am not understanding how to connect, right? I don't know what is a hub and spoke model. I don't know how the databases will talk to each other, right? Hub and spoke model, I will create some databases there, some here, and you don't know how the databases are going to talk to each other, right? So for the DBAs, the database skill set is not going anywhere, but it is automated. That means you need to learn more tasks so that you can manage the extra things as well. Now, the same RMAN backup you can also fire while you provision a database in the VM DB or in the DBCS, right? But you have to understand the differentiation because it works in a different way in the cloud, right? So it is like, for example, I mean, you have to understand the the basics. And once you get the basics right, then in that case, you can get to a customer. The customer will appreciate you. The customer will say, okay, this guy can help me to move my database from on-premise to cloud because he knows the cloud. If you don't know the cloud, then definitely you will not be able to help any customer, right? Now, coming on the material, coming on this labs, which is something which is built in-house and a lot of effort has gone in this. So there are phases in the lab. So there are compute, storage, network, security, identity, and there are sample interview questions, and then there are the autonomous databases, and then there are some self-learn labs, and then there are DBCS labs and autonomous database labs, right? So this is the complete structure in which lot of labs are there. Now, as per the previous guys whosoever have done this lab, even the people who were able to complete 50 to 60% of the labs, even 50-60% of the labs. So they said that most of the questions were asked, 90-95% of the questions anybody would ask is coming from this. Because ultimately we have crafted this as per the industry standard, what is running in the industry. So we have taken an enterprise project, decoupled into small modules. Okay. And then we build this lab. Okay. So now, now you will say I am an SQL DBA, should I learn OCI? Yes. You will say that I am an apps DBA, should I learn OCI? Yes. You say I am an Oracle DBA, yeah, you should learn. Even if you are from a SQL server or a fresher, you can learn OCI. But if you are a fresher or coming from only SQL server, SQL DBA or PL SQL DBA, you say I want to learn Exadata? No. The answer is no. You cannot learn Exadata. There is a part to it. I can see Tony's in this batch because Tony was a part of the Exadata batch, and then he realized that if I want more knowledge on this, I have to learn OCI, right? Because ultimately Exadatas are running on the Oracle Cloud. So Oracle Cloud is the base. It is the base. So even if you are running anything, Oracle Cloud is the base. You will have to learn Oracle Cloud. No other option. Okay. If you want to provision the databases, provision the applications, EBS applications, Fusion application, anything. And the guys who are from the SQL DBA background understand this thing, that SQL DBA is good, but today I can write a very good SQL using the Chat GPT and Cloud also. Okay. Many of my customers now today, when they come that my SQL is not behaving properly, we give them that, okay, you enable this SQL DBA. I mean, you enable your SQLs using the cloud. We give them the API, we give them the agents, and they work using the, what do you say, using the any AI agent, right? They can create these SQLs. So you have to upgrade towards the database and more towards the database architectures and Oracle Cloud architectures. Okay. Now just give me a minute. Pen is not there. I'm not able to annotate. Okay. So I was showing you this. So there's a complete path where you need to understand how NSGs behave, how security lists behave. Because if somebody will put some NSG or security list on your cloud box, you will not be able to understand, right? Then the most important part, what are the types of databases? ExaCC, ExaCS, autonomous database, DBCS, right? What types of databases are there? How we'll create the data guard? Now, many people say a data guard. Data guard was a very big topic, right? If you come here, you simply get an option to peer your database. You can restore, you can clone your database, and now if I tell you to connect using the wallet, you will not understand how to connect using the wallet, right? Because these are all the new. Okay. No. Now you see this option because this is a free database. It is not coming here. Otherwise, you will just click on add peer database and you can provision other database in the Hyderabad and just click on peer. It will automatically connect your DR. Hassle free. It will automatically create a data guard in 2 single clicks, right? Automatically it will create a data guard. So you don't need to put a lot of effort on that, right? So now the path which we will take, which will be actually very structured path. Okay. This is the structured path under which lot of labs are there, lot of things are there. right? The most complex topic is the networking, which you don't know, right? And you will have to learn this. So networking is one of the most complex topic. And then you have IDCS, and then you have the interview questions and all. Now I'll just not waste much time, and I'll open up for the Q&A. And guys, please raise your hand whosoever wants to ask any question, and let me answer the questions. Anybody who want to ask any question, just raise your hand. Mani Chandu. Okay, Mani, please go ahead. Mani, can you please, Shruti or somebody from Learnomate, can you please unmute? Let me see if I have the uh, option to unmute. Mani, can you unmute yourself? 1 second.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I
Mani.
got the option. Yeah,
Hmm.
thanks for the opportunity, Krishna. Actually, I've gone through the previous demo of yours in the YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
So, see, basically I'm a apps DBA. So
Mm-hmm.
the thing is, you in this course you're going to explain the process of migration, process of uh, different workflows into OCI.
Sorry. No, your voice is breaking, Mani.
Uh, I'm sorry. Am I audible?
Yeah, now you are.
Uh, No, my question is, you're going to explain the whole process of migration process to in the OCA or
No, I'm not going to explain you migration. That is what you need to understand. So migration is a 2 hour of session which we will take, in which you will understand how the migration is done. This is the infra course. Now, you talk about migration, right? If you don't know the infra, how will you migrate anything? Tell me this. And if you know the infra, you will be able to migrate. Sorry, Mani, a lot of background noise is coming from your side.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, actually, after learning infra, is there any possibility to conduct on migration? Because I've been attending the interviews in
Hmm.
parallel as well.
Correct. So migration part, what we cover here, right? First, once you will understand the kinds of databases, the kinds of infrastructure, right? I will have a 2-3 hours of migration session with you. That is a direct strategy session of migration in which you will understand you are coming from apps DBA or Oracle DBA.
I'm a pure app DB, Oracle Apps DB.
Pure apps DBA. So what? So for your pure apps DBA, once you will understand the infra, you will be able to understand how you can migrate an application. So now, as an apps DBA, you will go if you will join cloud, you will get a different role. You will get a cloud apps DBA role, right? You will
Right, right.
you will not get a cloud. So now where what I am preparing you is for the cloud engineer role, which can be cloud apps DBA or cloud Oracle DBA. That means some people can work on the database part, but both of them has to learn this infra. This is the basic. If DBAs don't know this, they will never be able to migrate their databases to cloud. If application guys doesn't know this, they will never be able to migrate their VMs to cloud. Now, ultimately, if an apps DBA I want you to migrate, if you go, you will be asked to provision an EBS instance, correct?
Yes, sir.
You will be
Uh,
asked. Hmm.
Yeah, we have provisioned rack databases and our
Hmm.
EBS version is 12.29. We
Hmm.
have provisioned
Fine.
in OCI. But
Hmm. Hmm.
see, we have followed run books and everything.
Hmm.
I don't know. I know the basic flow of the OCI.
Hmm.
Basics and block storage and
Hmm.
scheduling backups.
Hmm. Hmm.
But here, when I'm going for the interviews, they are in depth. Scenario-based questions on the migration and see in OCA infrastructure like that. So,
Correct. So all those scenario based questions and all we will do, but understand the complete database migration course, right, is a 40-hour
mhm,
course, is a separate 40-hour course. So
right.
that whole migration, even not 40-hour, we have been trying to launch this course since past 8 months, but we are not able to launch because there are so much of things in that. The course is going beyond 80-90 hours, right? If you want to
Yeah.
actually migrate, but the concepts, if you will understand, which you will learn with us, then you will
Mm.
definitely by yourself be able to migrate. Now, there are DBAs, right? The same RMAN, the same export import utility works on cloud. But if you
Yeah.
know how it works and where it works,
Mm-hmm.
migration is
Mm-hmm.
more of a methodology. So if
Mm-hmm.
you see this, migration is more of a methodology, and then second it is a technology. now if you see
Mhm.
this, I'll show you one thing. Okay, I'll show you one thing. 1 second. Okay, now you see this real-time scenario, right? So this is a real-time scenario. Most of the people who understood this scenario say that everything is coming from this interview only. I mean, whenever they go to the interview, they say that most of the things is the interviewer is asking from this. Sorry, Mani, a lot of background noise is coming from your side. I'll mute you. Ashwati, can you please
Uh,
mute Mani? Yeah. So what I'm saying is for the migration, we will have a real-time scenario session in which you will understand the methodology. The same RMAN tool works. If you see, we did a 100 terabyte of migration and we used what? We used the same RMAN and data guard, right? And ZDM is a cover of RMAN and data guard, right? So the same migration methodology work, but you should understand that what is the role of the fast connect, what is the role of the downtime, what Gbps bandwidth of fast connect I will get, right? So there are lot and lot of what do you say things around it as a part of the methodology. If you see, we have migrated only 4 databases and we have used 3 different approaches. We could have used only one approach. We could have used only RMAN and data card to migrate everything, but you cannot because the database source versions are different, target versions are different, right? And if you don't know the basics means the techniques, right? Techniques are more important. Then you will be able to automatically migrate. So those we will discuss and you will be able to understand in pure depth. Yeah, next question. Yeah,
so
Sayed, please go ahead.
yeah, so I got the clarity on that workload part.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
the next thing, I mean, can I write after this course? Can I write the? I mean, uh, directly can I write the cloud architect professional certificate? I mean, there is a OCI
Yeah, yeah.
certificate, right?
This course is directly targeting the cloud professional level of certification. Okay.
Okay.
So it will cover almost 100% of your 100% of the cloud
Okay.
architect, associate, okay, and 50% of cloud professional. And that is what is required. Not required more than that. Okay.
Okay. Actually, I got laid off in a previous company, so
Mhm.
I mean, I have 2 months. So I mean, everyone, and it may useful for other as well. So I mean, I've given the 10 interviews. So
That's
they've been
see,
asking,
see, don't
yeah,
worry. Almost 50% of the people are laid off today.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
And
yeah,
so don't worry, you are not one of them. My whole group of friends are laid off, and everybody is learning and applying here and there. So now what is so what is happening? And
So,
50% of them who are left out of that 20% more will get laid off. Now understand one more thing that if you go and search on the LinkedIn, right? You will
yeah,
see lot and lot of job openings are there for
yeah.
OCI. Lot
So
and lot of job openings.
yeah, in the Naukri as well, I have seen the trend.
Lot of openings.
Um, yeah. I got the trend. I mean, the bar chart. So out
Right.
of 100, I mean, 50 or 60, they are expecting Oracle Cloud Infrastructure certification. Mainly, they are asking for certification. So there,
Right. So
that is also making us a standout in out of the crowd.
correct. You
So
will have to do that. And more than certification, when you will write your resume, right? Like
yes,
this.
yes.
When you will write your
Uh-huh.
resume like this, let me show you. Then it will automatically be picked up by the HR. Now these HR guys are
Mm.
you know, right? How they are, right? So
Yeah, with the Deloitte, I had a bad experience. They kept
uh,
holding since it's been 2 months. I given the interview. I
okay,
mean,
perfect.
I'm
So,
saying,
so let
yeah,
me switch to another guy. Okay, 1 minute. So
yeah.
now,
Thank you.
okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Suman, you can go ahead. Suman is raising that. Answer is raising that. Suman, you can go ahead, please.
Hi, am I audible?
Yeah, you are Suman. Syed, I am coming to you also. Suman, go
Uh,
ahead. Yeah.
my question is, I am looking for OIC, but I attended this MO. My
Mhm.
question is, nowadays companies are expecting multi skill kind of thing. Only
Hmm.
OIC will not sufficient because
Only
having only OIC will not sufficient whenever
OIC
I
is
am
not. OIC is just one thing in OCI. Like for
correct,
example,
correct,
I have a data save, right, in OCI, or a IAM in
correct.
OCI. So it is just one part of OCI. OIC is not a skill set. Nobody is going to
Okay.
hire you based on OCI, OIC. OIC is one part, right? So, for example, you know OCI and you are an OIC expert, right?
Okay.
Syed knows OCI, he is a database migration expert. Krishna knows OCI, he is a Exadata expert, right? Tony knows
Okay.
OCI, he is an network expert, right? But what is common in all of them, all four of them? They know the OCI, correct? If I give you the admin level privilege and you come to OCI, let's suppose you know OIC, Oracle Integration Cloud, which is only one part of OCI. And if you don't know the OCI, you will get stuck in 10 angles.
Oh, okay.
Correct?
Okay.
Now, there are different roles. Now, for example, the apps DBA guy will get a cloud apps DBA. Nobody will be expecting him to migrate a database. They will be
Yes.
expecting him to migrate the applications or the VMs from the on-premises, right? Or maybe deploy the e-business suite. But he should know OCI, otherwise, how will he deploy? The DBAs will be expected to migrate the databases. The senior DBAs who have 15, 20 years of experience, they will be expected to, what do you say? They will be expected to take the charge like a database migration manager, right? Who are making 10 DBAs report to migrate, right? Like that.
Okay.
Everybody has a role. Now, if the guys who are from the network background are coming, or maybe if you are now, earlier I was also DBA. I'm also DBA, right? Now I upskilled from DBA. Now today what I do in OIC, OCI. Today what I do, I have a team of I have my freelancer team, right? I have my team. In my team, one guy is only looking after the Exadata. One guy is only looking after the database migration. One guy, Rajat, who will be there in the session, and Rajat will be taking most of your sessions for the infra part. And I will be taking your database resume building and the automation part in this. Now, Rajat only takes care of the OCI. He deploys the OCI with the customer, right? I only sit with the customer and build the migration plan, right? That who will do I build the costing with them. I build the data center costing with them. I build the plan with them. I build the automation with them, right? I understand, my role is to understand the customer requirement and make a plan how his whole data center will be migrated, right?
Okay.
So everybody has a different role, but if you see, all of the people know OCI, because ultimately you do anything, right? It will be running on OCI.
Okay. No, my question little different. As we are, as I don't know how many years previous people having 15 years experience, people will expect more and the salary slab will be very high. So how your coaching center will cover all the modules like OCI, OIC, Fusion? You have multi course kind of thing, or you are totally concentrate one course, then do another course like that?
So we have a roadmap. The roadmap goes like this, that the roadmap goes like this. If you don't know OCI, you cannot go to ExaCC course. If you don't know Exadata, you cannot go to ExaCC course, right? So our focus is majorly on the databases and infra. So OCI is something which is infra, which is needed by everyone. Default.
Correct.
By default, it is basics, right? Now, once you know the infra, you know how to handle. You will be able to work on the analytics also, because now you are familiar with the cloud, right? You can go to analytics cloud. If somebody today give me that, hey Krishna, deploy an analytics instance, I want this, I can do, right? But if I don't know the infra, I will never be able to do that. There are 100 things, 1,000 things. We cannot be an expert in 1,000 things, but we should be knowing the technology to a certain level that we can sit 4-5 hours and implement anything. Now you tell me anything in the cloud, I will implement in OCI. That doesn't mean I'm doing everything. Now yesterday only one of my customers said they wanted an Ask EBS to be implemented, right? I implemented that. It took me 4-5 days. There was no option. I have never worked on Ask EBS. I have never worked on the what do you say, EBS part, e-business suite part. But I integrated everything because I know how to integrate. I know how the DBCS service is going to communicate with autonomous database service, how the agents are going to work, what things I need to deploy. I will have to deploy an agent in the VM. I'll have to connect with the generative AI services. Correct. I will have to take out the cost. I know the network, right? I know the infra. So I connected that in 4 days and it's working fine now.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Next one, please.
So Krishna, you connected only the database part in EBS, I believe, right?
I connected EBS with database, DBCS. And at the back of the DBCS, I connected autonomous database using the ORDS service. And that autonomous database is connected with generative AI service. So what the customer is doing, he's directly logging to the Apex application, and they are just querying that give me the 10 employees record, like prompt. They are just writing the prompt, and they are writing the prompt, they are getting the result. It is like a chat GPT for them.
Okay.
Correct. So I have never worked on that project. I never did that. I am a database core Exadata guy, right? But I did that because I knew the infra. I knew the process, right? I knew that I will have to open a network port for ORDS and databases to be connected to each other. I know that I have to open a port on the EBS subnet to be connected to the database, right? I know how to deploy the EBS. I know how to deploy the DBCS. I know how to deploy the generative AI. I know how to deploy the autonomous database, correct? That is infra.
Okay. So all these we will be learning here.
Yeah, so no, EBS we will not be learning. I'm just telling
No,
my
no.
use case, whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
EBS,
yeah.
I know. I am a EBS DB
Right. So
actually.
you will, so correct. So you will be learning now. When you are saying about the certifications and all, right? You have money, do it. You don't have money, don't do it. But after doing it, after learning the course, right? Your resume should look like this, right? Your resume should look like this. Okay.
Yeah.
Where a person which, because when you see the Naukri and all, they also have the crawlers. They also have the crawlers in the background, right? So you need to, so you will understand like how to write your resume. And then again, every resume will be different. So for example, we have here how many people? We have 34 people. 6 left. I think they didn't like what I'm saying. Not not a problem. So now what happens is you will have to, somebody says that I have done the storage modules very deeply. I have done the compute modules very deeply, right? I have done the IAM modules very deeply, right? Let's suppose. They will write more details on this. So if you don't know data safe, MFA, Cloud Guard, you don't write it. Nobody is expecting you to write everything. Baba, there are 250 services in OCI. Can anybody be the expert of 250 services in OCI? The answer is no. The answer is straight away no, right? But once you understand the basics, the infrastructure, the logic behind it, you will be able to, not today. I have never implemented data safe. You give me, I'll implement it in 4 hours, right? You give me, I will implement in 4 hours. Correct. Because I know the basics. I know what network to open. I know where to deploy. I know how to check the cost. I know how the routing will go. I know what all components to enable, right? So once you do all these things, which are sort of mandatory, which is required for any customer, these things are required by any customer. Everybody needs this. Almost 100% people need this if they want to run on OCI. These are the basics. Basics means it is not basic, it is actually very advanced, but this most of the customer have. So once you know this, you will be, going ahead. Now next one, okay. Just raise your, lower down your hand, please, whosoever have asked the question. Syed, I think you are done. Ashish Dubey and Ansar. Ansar, can you please go ahead? If I am taking your name correctly.
Yeah. Actually, hope we will cover this how to migrate part from on-prem to cloud.
That we will have a 3 hours of session in which we will discuss the methodology. If you want to actually do that migration, once you do this session, you will understand what is the differentiation, right? But actual migration is separate 80 hours of course, which we are also not able to launch. But most of the DBAs who have learned this session, they say that okay, we understand now and we can beat the interview, and they've beaten the interview. Because migration is more of a methodology rather than being the technology. Because the same technology ARM and data guard you will be using.
Means like with this zero time migration ZDM approach, because in the market their ask is, did you implement this migration part from on-prem to cloud by using ZDM approach? So
Correct. So we will discuss so much of things that you will be able to make them understand that.
okay, fine.
Yeah. Okay, Syed, please go ahead. Syed, please go ahead.
Hello,
Yeah, Syed.
audible, right? So basically, I'm coming from a DBA transition to DevOps and cloud solution architect.
Okay.
So my question is around non-Oracle workloads.
Mm-hmm.
We are currently working on Azure cloud. Now we have an opportunity to migrate some of containerize, workloads to OCI. So I was interested with the topics like Azure Learning Zone, integrating Entra, Microsoft Entra ID. Those kind of stuff will be covered, or
So those are not a part of the course, but we can have a discussion on that, right? Because what you are asking is a bit of advance, right? We can discuss that in the class if you want, but those are specifically not covered as a part of the labs.
how about a landing zone and all?
Landing zone is covered. Yeah, landing zone is covered.
So native services on the file
Right.
load balancing and
Right. It is, see, we don't cover anything. We actually implement everything with you. If you see these labs, right? Everything is an implementation. Everything is an implementation and is a part of the architecture. Now, since already you are an architect, so you'll be more, uh, everything is a part of the architecture. Everything. Everything is a part of the architecture, each and everything, right? Did that answer your question?
yeah, okay.
Okay. So next one, please. Sayyed, you are done. Ashish Dubey, please go ahead.
Yeah, so I am having I think 18 plus years of experience as an Oracle Labs DBA. So what I have seen in the market whenever I have floated my resume, people are asking about OCI experience, right? So OID, as you said, it will be the part of it, right? So we will be learning that as well. And
OIC.
OIC, yeah,
No,
OIC.
OIC you will not be learning. OIC is just one another component which is for the integration guys. But if
Okay.
somebody learns OCI, he will automatically be able to understand how to implement OIC.
Okay, okay,
If you want, you can implement OIC. We can help you on that also.
okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Next.
Yeah, and after this course, how can I project my resume since I am apps DBA? So now I have seen that there are very less openings for the apps DBA coming in the market, right? Even if I have a good experience, but at this experience, my openings are not at all coming, right? And I am looking for a change right now. So can I project myself since I know the core DBA as well? I am working as a core as well over here, but I don't have a background of rack. I did work on rack, but we don't have much environments on the rack.
Now, okay. Now
So,
rack is already automated in cloud.
okay.
Rack is already automated in cloud. Okay. So now you should project it like that also. Like that, what you are saying.
So can I directly project it as a OCI engineer, Oracle Cloud Architect, or something like that?
I
After
think
this course?
you should be projecting as a cloud architect. Most of
Directly.
the people who will learn this course, they will project as a cloud engineer or a cloud consultant. But since you are already working on the cloud, right? You said
No,
you already work on.
no. I did not work on cloud. I do not know anything
Okay.
about cloud. Yeah.
So you are a pure on-premise apps DBA, right?
Yes, I am a core Oracle Apps DBA plus database as well, but we don't have rack 19C and all we have.
Then simply you will project yourself as a cloud consultant. See, don't go by the positions. Everybody who is learning this course is targeting the cloud architect role, right? But you might get a profile of cloud engineer. Understand the roadmap. When I started my journey in cloud 8 years back, right? I was a cloud engineer. Don't go by the names. Some company might give a 25 lakh package to a cloud engineer, and somebody might give a 20 lakh package to a cloud architect also.
So what
Don't
is
go.
the difference between architect and
I'm coming
engineer?
on that. Now the difference is that the architect will build the architecture. Okay. I'll show you. Just give me a minute. Cloud engineer is the guy who is going to implement that architecture.
Okay.
No.
So because in
Hold
the
on.
openings,
You can see my screen.
Yeah.
You can see my screen. Okay. Now what happens? Okay. So there's a Oracle Cloud Architecture Center. Okay. Guys, please lower down your hand if your question is answered. And I have a hard stop in 7 minutes. Okay. Now you see. Let me open. Let's suppose this one. Okay, let me open this architecture, right? So I am the guy, I am the guy who sits with the customer and create this architecture, right? Maybe I'll open a more complex architecture. Okay, can you see this architecture?
Yeah.
Right? And a lot of things are involved in this, right? And actually, when we do in the enterprise level, it is more complex than this, right? Now, the cloud architect is a guy who should have a good amount of experience in cloud. Now, the problem is there are many cloud architects in the industry who have never been a cloud engineer. Now, I will make this architecture with the customer and I will give it to my cloud engineer team to implement. Cloud engineers will implement this. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Either ways, the thing should not go wrong. That means if I build a wrong architecture, the customer is gone. The customer is gone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Things will not fly if I build a wrong architecture.
Mm-hmm.
At the same level, the cloud engineer will be the guy who will implement this architecture, who will create the VMs, the DRG, the routes, the setting up the tenancy, subnets, routing, blah, 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 lot of things, right? He will implement. If he implements wrong, then also the project will not fly, right? So ideally, people should start with a cloud engineer role or a cloud consultant role who will be having the hands-on. You will be learning that hands-on with us and you will be doing that hands-on, right?
Okay. Crowd engineer and consultant are approximately same.
More or
You
less
mean
same,
to say?
more or less same, yeah.
More or less
Then,
same.
then after working for a year or so, you will become the cloud architect.
Okay.
Then you can become a senior cloud architect. Then you can become a principal cloud architect. Then you can become a senior principal cloud architect. Then you can become the SME and then you can become the master cloud architect.
Okay.
Right?
When they say you should have experience in OCI, right? In the requirement they say. So if we will say I worked on as a cloud architect after this course, can I project myself as I worked on OCI?
100%. 100%. That
Okay.
is
So
where we have so much of labs and everything. Na? Everybody who does this for projects like that, and we will make you understand how to project yourself.
so I can directly go in the OCI environment and work out over there. If
Yeah, day one.
okay.
From day one.
I should
From
be
day
able.
one,
I'll understand everything after the course. You mean to say?
100%. From day one, you will go and start deploying.
Okay.
And when you will give the interview, you will understand. You talk to the guys who have done the course. They say that when we giving the interview, everything was asked from the things what we have implemented, not learned. What is learning? Learning is nothing. We are tech guys, right? Learning is nothing for us. Learning is implementation for us, right? If we are not able to implement anything, PPT show and ChatGPT anybody can do, right? Everybody has that.
Yeah. One
Mm.
thing you said, Krishna, there are multiple components. You said 120 or so, right? So in the means if we say we are a OCI architect or something, then they would be expecting us to answer everything whatever is been mentioned over there.
No,
What are their
nobody's
expectations? Yeah, or the basic they
nobody's
ask. Yeah.
nobody's expecting that. The
Okay.
expectation is simple expectation is that's a very good question. The simple expectation is first thing there are some basics. For example, if you say you know OCI, you should be aware about the network, compute, and storage, right? And IDCS. These are the four basic things, which sounds like basic, but there are a lot of things inside that, right? Network, compute, network, storage, and security. You should be aware about that. Those are the basics. Now, apart from that, whatever you will write in your resume, I will catch you in that. If you will write hub and spoke network, I will give you an example of hub and spoke, right? If you write in your resume, I know how the autonomous database is provisioned, how the Exadata service is provisioned, I'll catch you on that.
Okay.
Are you getting a point? So there are some things which everybody should know. Otherwise, you don't know OCI. And there are some things which, if you have done, that is very good, and I'll play on that.
I've
brother,
put a question into the chat.
Yeah. Tony?
Yeah, I've put a question into the chat. It just says, what's the name of the professional exam that we should aim for with this course?
So there are two things. One is the Oracle Cloud Associate, and there's a Oracle Cloud Professional. Associate Professional, right? I'll give you the codes. I'll just give you the codes. Just a minute. So
will
just
we
give
be
me-
able to migrate multi-cloud after this, or that will be means after this course? Multi-cloud is coming nowadays.
multi-cloud, yeah. So multi-cloud, you will see once you understand any one cloud, you can learn the other cloud easily. Okay. If even if you so there were guys who have learned OCI and now they are working on Azure because the company said that we will hire you based on the skill set you have because you know the cloud, but we have an Azure environment, we'll give you 1 month
Okay. So it
and
will,
you learn Azure.
it will be equivalent, you are saying, right? Means easier for us. Okay.
Right. Recently, Rajat, who will be taking the maximum part of this course, recently he was with me working on all the OCI things. Then we got one project. He said, "Sir, I will work on this project and I'll take Azure also." He started working on Azure. He's working on Azure now. He's working on Azure OCI both. But I'm only working on OCI because I do very deep consulting on OCI to an Exadata ExaCC level, right? Now today Exadata's autonomous databases, everything is running on multi-cloud also, right? So yes, and if you once you understand the architecture, you will be able to fly. Okay, guys, I'm just giving you the number, associate number, and I don't go by the certifications. Okay, I'll prepare you for the live thing, right? We'll prepare you for the live thing. Avin Gargia, please go ahead.
Hi Krishna, Dheeraj here.
Hi,
Hello.
Dheeraj.
Yeah, hi Krishna. So I am working as a Oracle DA for last 10 years actually. But no, I don't know about OCI actually. So you will you will teach us like from the like basic only, like basic to advanced, like related to OCI only.
Yeah. We'll make sure. We will make sure. I mean, we will believe that you don't know OCI. You have zero experience in OCI. That is what we will believe, and we'll make you learn.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Hello.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. So just want to ask, will we get any cloud account also for practice?
We will give you an admin grade cloud account, correct? We will give you the tenancy. We will walk you through what all things you can do on the tenancy. We'll give you all the lab guides, and we will make you do everything on the tenancy live, like you will do in your first job.
Okay.
Then only you will understand, na. If I don't give you the tenancy, then what is the point? Where you will run the labs? We have 75 plus labs. Where you will do the labs?
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah.
Tony, I've given you the certifications. Detail.
Krishna, will you give a live, issues type of, so that we can know how to troubleshoot and everything?
We will.
Because once we go to the organization with this certification, right, with this course, we should be confident enough, to answer and to resolve the issue, right? That's what is expected.
Are you able to see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you see?
Yes.
Can you see this? Can you see this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. These are coming from the experience, what we face on the daily basis, right, with the customer. And the same thing you will be communicating to the interviewers, right?
Okay.
Then we'll give you so much of questions also, which you will attempt here, and you will understand what is working and what is not working for you. These are not dumps. These are real questions. We don't provide any dumps. Right? These are real questions. Okay?
Okay.
Yep. Okay, guys, I need to close now, and hope I was able to give a fair idea about what is happening in the market. And see, market is a bit of bullish today. I think since next 6 months or 1 year, it will be like that. But there are openings. There are a lot of jobs. It is not that the jobs are not there. There are jobs. OCI is default here. You go to a job, they will simply ask, do you know OCI? No other options. Okay, guys, then we'll connect next on Monday. So I know many people are there. So we have some engagements. Achha, about ourselves. Me, Rajat, and we have other guys.
we all are the freelancers. We work directly with the big customers, telecom and banking, right? So we are usually occupied in the projects doing the live work because these kind of courses cannot be taught by a trainer. I'm not a trainer, right? I'm a real-time implementer. I'm a master architect, right? And uh, I do the live architecting with the customer. And still I do the hands-on. Still I am the guy who will put up my sleeves and go with the DBA, right? And do the migration, correct? And deploy the architecture, right? So now we are mostly into this, and whatever like 1.5 hour we get, we teach in that so that the people can also learn OCI. They can also go ahead. Okay. Now, based on this, we'll discuss more on coming Monday, right? And Monday we'll start around, and I'll ask Learnomate team to give you guys the time when we are starting. So we'll start on the coming Monday. Yeah. Thank you guys.